Hello everyone, this is Josh, aka the Biscuit Eater, and I wanted to thank you all for joining me for my 8th and likely final episode of my long-form Let's Play of Death and Taxes. Now, if you're new to this series, I am in my 2nd playthrough of the game, at least on this channel, aiming for what I would consider a bad ending, or at least a few more unlocks. If this is your first time with the series, thank you so much for joining. You can find a link to the playlist in the description down below. Otherwise, just sit back and relax. In our previous episode, we completed our 3rd week. Fate's gradual decline into sadness, and likely madness, seem to be coming along well, and we are doing our best to make sure that everything falls apart at the end. I think we may truly see the end of the world as we know it. Today, we will start our final week, and see just how much we've truly ruined this world. I am certain that'll all end up in tears for us, but you know what? You and I, dear friend, I think we'll be laughing too. That all said, let's stop delaying and cue the intro.
All I need is me, myself, and I. Sometimes I wish I was somebody else. I was somebody else. I go my own way. Don't care what you say.
Alright folks, I believe it's time for us to make our way in to work. Our final weekend. Oh hey! I don't remember purchasing anything, but we apparently have a package. It's been a little while though since I've actually gone into the game. Let's see, what's... Oh, we got another red one. But what is on the desk that I would have purchased? I don't know. Anyways, let's see what we got here. Tomorrow Science says, proposed pipeline would lay waste to thousands of acres of land, poison the groundwater for years to come. Crow News says, a spree of kidnappings strike Cosmopolis City. Families left in turmoil. Student accidentally starts nationwide riots against fake news media. Gruesome accident at the car manufacturing plant as malfunctioning construction bot crushes engineer. A legend passes. Xanthip Vanderwar dies in their office chair, the one they fought for decades ago as a young progressive. Alright. Let's see, we've got 1 week left here. Not seeing anything on the desk. Okay, but we got a letter. Today is simple, Grim. It is as if a great calmness has enveloped the world. I do not see the need for many deaths for today. Quota for the day. 2 humans have to die. New discoveries await. Fate. Alright, well, that doesn't mean we're actually going to do that, but let's see what the cards tell us. And we'll start with the red card. Guy Armato. Yeah, no. Alright, Guy, a most amiable person, comes from a small village near Cosmopolis City. Grim, you're being set up. All of this is a fiction, a veil drawn over our eyes. You cannot trust him. You cannot trust fate. I have to hurry. Break through the illusion. Refuse to comply, and tomorrow, doom. The one named Ron something. Refuse to comply. So, compliance would be only 2 deaths. Do I kill them all? We got Allah Sayed Al-Din, age 29, position radiologist. I actually didn't look at his age. He's 46 and stay-at-home parent. Okay. Allah works long shifts at the local hospital, giving both MRT and CT scans. They can handle even the most difficult patients, take great care to do the job correctly, and have been chosen as a radiologist of the month many times. Okay, good person. Valdemar Sears, I think. Sears? I don't know. 28, make down artist. Valdemar's has made being terrible at everything their central artistic and performative thesis. Through the act of self-referential rebellion, they have actually grown very popular in accordance with the current climate. And Archibald Haugen, 19, intern. Archibald thought their dream had come true after they landed an internship at a major publishing company. Turns out they dislike both their job and their sometimes mean, sometimes indifferent boss. Now they pass their time at work playing pranks on their supervisor. Okie doke. Let's see what happens when we kill each of these. We don't know with him. We don't know with him. We don't know with her. And we don't know. Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't mouse over. Okay, so we don't know with him. Let's double check. Okay, we don't know. We actually don't know. So I was right without intending to be right. Hey! So, do we not comply and kill them all? Do we not comply and kill no one? And we won't need to doom the one named Ron. Heh. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let everyone live. This may have negative consequences, but we'll find out. Okay, darn, that was good. That was a good choice, darn it. That was a good choice, mostly, darn it. That one at least had negative impact, and okay, kind of give and take. So they all lived. So he's gonna be mad at me, but that's perfectly fine. That's my act of rebellion that he wanted me to do. And the voice doesn't want to talk to me.
Grim, we need to have a talk. I understand the job can be stressful, that these decisions do not come lightly. But you cannot let everybody live. Such actions have serious consequences, even if you cannot foresee them. That is what I am for. Trust me, it will be for the benefit of everyone. Understood?
I am protesting. This is unfair.
There is nothing to protest. You are the Grim Reaper. You were literally born for this task. If you refuse, somebody else will take your place. I do hope we will not have to repeat this discussion in the future. Think before you act. That is all. Good night, Grim.
Well, darn, I was hoping for a little more conversation. Okay, we'll end the day. Go to our next day of work. Got another red there. Alright, let's see what happened. Modern Health. New CT scan machine design proposed by prominent radiologist enters prototype stage. Exciting. Existentially new wave of artistry strikes local scene. 112 staplers encased in jello. See these 10 funniest office pranks ever. Rumors of match fixing in the boxing scene garner interest from investigators. Alright, let's see what he has to say to us. My modest excuses, Grim. Right. The situation is that everything got all jumbled up in our fax delivery system. You should listen to your gut today. Your gut, yes? Because you are, skeleton. Quota for the day. Go with the flow. Toodles. Fate. Okay, what's the red one here? Oh, we need to turn you off. Oh. I said turn you off. Okay. So, Ronald Gilberto. This is the one we need to doom him. For decades, Ronald has been crafting some of the most creative and aesthetically pleasing interactive games on the market. Their works are known for the cutting, clever humor and wildly fun characters. An industry leader, they have inspired a whole new generation of designers. Well, we are supposed to doom him, so he's going to get doomed. Otherwise, go with the flow. And actually, let's see what the lamp has to say about him. We don't know. Alright, so we've got Lillian Kerr, 39, climate scientist. Lillian hails from a small village on the coast where they spent their early years studying ichthyology. This later inspired them to turn their attention towards global matters, to the multitudinous, interrelated networks that make up our planet. So yeah, for destruction, I think she pretty much has to die. So we'll go with the flow. My flow. Ah, bad for nature, good for wealth. Okay, well, that's fine. Then we've got Mary Ann Seafelt, 37, crime scene investigator. Mary Ann makes grievous puns on crime scenes constantly. While making these puns, they usually also slowly remove their sunglasses. Yeah! Had it made. This behavior doesn't hinder their professional abilities at all, though often they actually find the biggest clues mid-pun. Okay, and what does the magic lamp say about her? Nothing, because we haven't encountered her yet. Well, she is a good guy, so for our plans of destruction, she gets to die. Asked to see, why did I not mark him to die? So what did that do? Him dying was mostly negative. Good, good, good. How about him? Him dying? Yeah, that's right, we checked him. Her dying? All negative. Sweet. So Terrence Hatchett, 63, retired novelist. For 40 years, Terry wrote charming, fantastical novels for youth and adults alike, up until their health began to deteriorate. They still try to write every day, but the process keeps getting more difficult. They've also made substantial donations to many health research trusts. Okay, do we know what happens if he lives or dies? We do not. But his money will go to the... Yeah, we'll kill him off. Why not? Minus for wealth, good for health. Okay, that's fine. It looks like we need to definitely give health a bit of a hit. So now we got Nakisa Iwakami, 19, axe thrower. Nakisa has never been particularly sporty, but is gaining fame in the axe throwing community. Their talent for the sport was discovered in rather unfortunate circumstances when they threw an axe at a sheep thief 20 meters away, and it hit. They got out of juvie only a few years ago. Yeah, you get to live. Guaranteed. Nope, darn. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We're still at a net... excuse me, net negative, I think. Pardon me. Okay. We got Paul G. Hay, 26, non-commissioned officer. As if born to lead intense situations, Paul enjoys being the backbone of the armed services. After completing several important missions during the Waskagrad conflict, they've now moved on to training new recruits. They emphasize having a calm head and thinking things through. Yep, you get a die. Oh, darn. Dagnabbit. My instincts are off today. Ronaldo Pettif. Oh, I had it off already, okay. 52, morgue assistant. No one truly knows how the fall from grace of Ronaldo began. Once upon they lived a heroic life, so it is said, but such grand deeds are now a thing of the past. These days they work as a post-middle-aged assistant at a morgue. And their impact, we don't know. I'm going to let her live. Why not? Just going with the flow. Okay, mostly negative. I'll take it. How about you? We have Ryman Scanlon. Scanlon. 31, pugilist. Ryman stings like a scorpion and floats like a dandelion seed. A true working-class hero with a respectable career of 25 wins and 0 losses. They're known for a relentless fighting style that incorporates exceptional dodging capabilities. Yet lately it's been growing harder to get new fights, and money is getting tight. Yep, we're going to have him die. He's probably going to die in the ring. As a result of us. Health goes down. Okay, good. Okay, and finally, Antonioni Gramley, 31, game developer. Antonioni is known for making experimental games and genre-bending art pieces. Lately, they've experimented with pain control schemes, facial feature-based difficulty levels, psychedelic imagery, and incredibly addicting game mechanics. They're one small nudge away from making it big. Yeah, go ahead and make it big, buddy. Let's see. Don't know. And yeah. Yep. Good. So we're going to help health a little bit, sadly, but everything else is going down swinging. Let's do this. Voice in the mirror wants to talk to us.
Is your hand tired? Are your fingers getting stiff? You've been clicking around for quite a while.
Yeah, a bit.
Perhaps a short break is in order? Time to gather your wits? Stretch a bit? The world won't explode if you step away for a second. Probably.
This is super weird.
No weirder than your death. At least that got you here. To the office, where you belong.
Grim, welcome. You know, pursuing my art has given me insights. I have been thinking of humanity, of mortality, their importance, worth, and meaning.
And what's the result so far?
A disarray of thoughts. Listen, is death really such a bad thing? It would be better for everyone. In fact, do these humans even truly exist? Their ephemeral being leads to no relevant outcome. It is all transient, no matter what they do or achieve in life.
Sounds accurate thus far.
They exist in a state of hubris and arrogance, considering them the center of the universe. Yet without them, the sun still sets and rises. Stars explode, galaxies form, or get torn apart. There are departments even for these events. Humans are not the be-all, end-all pinnacle of creation. They are small and insignificant, yet full of themselves. The grandeur of everything will not get superseded by specks of nothing.
Go on.
It matters not how they live through their subjective experiences, millions upon billions of them, everyone considering themselves unique. And technically they are, I suppose, on a minor scale, yet also exceedingly similar, copying each other, living through similar events with similar basic reactions. While the universe is full of endless wonders they cannot and will not even experience or perceive, ever.
But we could help them experience these things.
But why? What would that change? Their presence is not even necessary to validate these events outside their subjective experience or understanding. Do you know the saying, Grim? If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it...
Did it ever even exist?
No. It is, does it make a sound? That is what they ask. The ultimate height of arrogance ingrained in them. To imagine their presence to be paramount. The tree does not only sound, it has been sounding a long time. It has grown without anyone present. It has lived a life. None of this requires humanity to be there to bear witness.
I agree with everything. Can I also get a daily review?
Fine, let me gather the files. I certainly put them somewhere. Here. Oh, yes, you absolutely did everything correct today. Such meticulous profile work. Happy?
Soft moan.
Sometimes I do not comprehend you at all. Well, that concludes our meeting. Good night, Grim.
Alright. End the day. Go on to the next. Alright, no red today. That's nice. Tech Bros. Beloved video game designer fatally poisoned at a toxic sludge spill. No tentacles found present. Last will of beloved author distributes many sizable donations to medical research. Game developer struggles with getting multi-sensory gaming experience to work. It mostly just feels like bugs crawling all over your skin. Here. Shut up, you! Crow News. Traffic collision on the Westerhold motorway claims life of scientist. 2 others survive with injuries. Medical worker escapes sudden death by mysterious means. Investigator dies after accidentally stabbing themselves through the eye with the temple tip of their sunglasses. Yeah! Ryman Scanlon bleeds. Man of brass unbeaten on the square, stabbed to death in an alleyway. Crow News. Severe droughts worldwide seen as existential threat to once booming agriculture. Important. Grim, I must inform you of a severe event. The atmosphere seems to have cracked open, figuratively. We will see where this takes us. Quota for the day. 4 humans have to die. Keep up the good work. Fate. Matimo Otodai, 39, farmer. Matimo is a special kind of farmer where they farm yeast and bacteria. Their goal is to make the little microorganisms produce fats, proteins, and sugars to create lab-produced milk, which will make the bovine dairy industry obsolete. He probably needs to die. In fact, let's see. Yep, all negative. So he needs to die. He's one of my 4. If I do 4. Ijiri Sugimoto. A 56 cow-calf operator. A generational farmer, Ijiri has taken care of their family's ranch since their adulthood. The ranch itself has seen better days, with the most of the livestock lost to severe droughts and the machinery completely dilapidated. Ijiri is trying desperately to restore the ranch to working order with their small family. Don't know either way. Okay. Jamil Nagendra, 31, branch manager. Jamil began their career as a customer support agent in a well-known corporation's overseas branch. They climbed up the corporate ladder and now are looking to keep the branch running through economic difficulties. They are currently visiting in Cosmopolis, trying to negotiate additional funding. He probably is going to be one we want to kill. Yep, I'm going to mark him for death. Okay, we have Yataro Suwa, 46, swimming coach. Yataro is a former world champion swimmer who now coaches aspiring new swimmers. Although they hoped their teenage offspring would take more interest in swimming, the youth is lately increasingly interested in theater production. Don't know either way. Zara Tejion, 38, mason. Zara considers masonry a formidable art, a mixture of intricate design and impressive monumentality. They are convinced that Cosmopolis City needs to construct a proper city wall again. They want to build a wall, do they? And we don't know. Okay, we're going to let you live and kill the others. So that way I'll fulfill quota. You get to live. Yes.
Ah, the beginning. It has the sweet taste of deliverance. Every blade of grass, every ray of light. It is a captivating day, is it not, Grim? No.
Damn, I couldn't stop it this time.
What is it you were saying, Grim? My mind was absent. My high spirits leave me at a loss for words.
What am I supposed to do now?
What you always do, Grim. It is your job to take care of the world. I trust you to make the correct choices. I, myself, must concentrate. The muses have struck me. They beckon. Work to be done while there is still time.
I completely forgot to check my scores. Dagnabbit, oh well. How we doing? Everything's still on fire, at least. Got another red. Historic ranch lost in fire and extreme drought. No suspected foul play. Economic wunderkind found dead in local park. Officials suspect heat stroke. More and more people dying of starvation in developing countries. Death of swim coach, another blow against a dynamically mobile lifestyle. People becoming increasingly inactive. Mayor agrees to build a small 50-meter city wall at the border as a sculpture to ages past. Wall would protect against barbarian raids, if those still existed. Dairy industry chief suspected of ordering a hit job on a local alternative milk producer. Famous burger joint, St. Bronx, under scrutiny by Ethics Commission. Okay. What ho, Grim? Oh dear, the oceans are boiling. This is certainly going to affect international trade. Quota for the day. 6 humans have to die. Of 7. Steel yourself. Fate. Let's see. Joe Dara. 38. Nurse. Joe found their training in the roughest of... Grim! I warned you, didn't I? You know who's to blame for the horror. For this horror. Fate can't be trusted. No, he needs to be stopped. He needs to be removed, replaced. Spare the nurse, for their assistance can, at the very least, alleviate some of the suffering. Well then. Nope. No way back now. So I'm not trusting the voices. I have 5 more to kill. Ildo Silvia, 47, radical climate scientist. As the world's ocean grow more hostile, Ildu has undertaken a top-secret solo mission to make what is remaining of the polar ice caps, to nuke what is remaining of the polar ice caps in a wild attempt to cool down the planet. Ever since being a young student, they have always dreamed of saving the world, and being completely misguided in how to do it. Well, you very likely need to live for our purposes. Because you want to nuke the polar ice caps, and we want to destroy everything. So, alright. Henny Vivek, 29, gangster. A life of crime has been Henny's life since they were born. Part of a gangster family, they have taken flight with much of their supposedly shared wealth and are looking to spend the rest of their days in an apocalypse bunker. Henny is being actively hunted by the rest of their family in a vendetta. You don't seem like a great guy, but let's see. Do we know anything about you? We don't. Okay, so we have to decide what to do with you. Actually, since I do know I want to let her live, let's see what that did. Yes. Health up, peace up, dagnabbit. So she actually did have a good plan. Dagnabbit. So we don't know about him yet. Okay, so how about Kea Chadwick, 25, butcher. Kea never thought they'd have the stomach for chopping up meat. Turns out the trick was to disassociate and have sharp knives. They tend to be slightly hasty and wasteful when handling their product. On the weekends, Kea does a street circus act that focuses on knife juggling. Do we know anything about her? No, we do not. Mylena Altamira, 30, taxi driver. Mylena is stuck right in the middle of a taxi mafia turf war. They've had their tires slashed, their car chained to a traffic signpost, the front window painted, and the interior of their car filled with foam. They're now considering joining an app-based rideshare service. And we don't know. Vanna Goksu, 72, retired. Vanna is a person of simple pleasures. They are living out their retirement in the rural areas of Cosmopolis City, waiting for not much else than the sun to rise the next day. They enjoy reading science fiction books and crafting Lucky Charms. And I'm pretty sure we don't know a thing about them. That's correct. And Vasilij, I think, Vasilij Aroldo, 26, waiter. Vasilij has been serving tables since they enrolled in college to pay the tuition fees. They constantly dream of a better world, longing for their childhood's simpler times. They plan on taking a gap year after finishing college to see the world, as troubled as it is. And we don't see anything there. So, well, we need to make 6 people die, so... Ah, good. Health just went up. Darn it. Ah, good. There we go. Okay, that's a... So we so far have a net positive health, but... a little up for nature. Oh, nice. Nice. That went exactly how I wanted.
Psst. Hey! What, pray tell, happened to the world?
The humans deserve what's coming for them.
Good riddance. That's what they get for being loud and annoying. Do you know the story of the wyvern and the prince consort?
No.
Of course you do. A young, quick-witted prince consort was once kidnapped by a wyvern. Using their gift of charm, they tried to alter the ways of the wyvern in order to save their lands. Soon, the beast and the prince found resonating ideas and ambitions. They molded the land in rather inept ways, whilst thwarting attempts of rescue by the queen. Then the wyvern, tired of the desolation, ate the prince and flew away.
Am I the prince?
Yes.
You would have answered yes to any one of those.
Yes. It doesn't matter if your mistakes were countless or few, as long as you learn the lesson. We are thankful of our time together, even as it's quickly running out. It'll be pretty horrible from here on out.
Grim, I find myself at an impasse. Lend me your thoughts. Should my prose be more experimental, or should I stick to traditional narrative techniques?
Experimental, for sure.
Grand, yes. The exploratory aspect can lead me across the boundary. You are still here, Grim? I guess you want to talk about work instead? Oh, fine. Let us take a look at the situation. My, so much chaos. Pain and suffering are off the charts. Everything is on fire, while ice invades from the polar zones. How did that even happen? Endless mountains of trash, undrinkable water, unbreathable air, toxic pollution. The ultimate ecological masterpiece. And in the center of it, Kathleen Holmes. I never knew a human could be this destructive. What can I say? Things do not seem to be going well at all.
I thought your rules were supposed to stop this.
Are you sure you followed them properly? To the letter?
Yes.
What is done is done. These are the consequences you must live with, while you still live. Off to work, Grim. Certainly you have no time to waste now.
Three more days. No red. Absurd scene as notorious mafia family seemingly massacred itself with infighting. Rogue eco-terrorist remotely detonates stolen nuke near Nord Polar Circle. Damage most likely irreversible. Falling supply chains cause starvation deaths all over the country. Elderly people hit the hardest. Local fast food establishments raided by looters. Staff beaten with one dead from injuries. Government to crack down on taxi turf war after driver dies of a stupid prank pulled on their vehicles. It's raining knives. Witnesses grisly knife juggling accident. Read me. I hope you read this post-haste. This is a first. An entire continent has turned into a desert. There were not many humans left there, but now is their final hour. Quota for the day. 2 humans have to die. The future is grim. Fate. So 2 of 3, huh? Gaetana Anna Lotus, 55, CEO. Gaetana, nicknamed Gal, was groomed from an early age to take over the family business, which happens to be one of the largest food and beverage companies in existence. In their free time, they enjoy long-distance hiking and survivalist exercises. And what does this say about them? Okay. Probably worth dying. Hector Hernandez, 84, retired. For nearly 50 years, Hector produced and hosted a series of fun and educational television shows that revolved around being nice to people and making the world a better place. They won numerous awards and honors for their many good deeds. Well, he, of course, has to die. Ryo Kobayashi, 35, politician. Ryo has been aggressively advocating for a new radical policy which completely eliminates all taxes. Any and all vocal opponents are mercilessly mocked. I mean, what do taxes ever do for us anyways? Right, and what does it say about you? So if he dies, that's a good thing. So, looks like you're going to be the one who lived.
Hello, Grim. I have been absorbed in my work. Tell me, how goes it out there in the wilds?
No stopping it now, even if I tried.
Wheels in motion, whispering the fundamentals of the cosmos. Endless rows of industrial smokestacks pumping out poison, chemical waste pooling into the groundwater, a total collapse of the biosphere. My, it truly looks like the end. I am giddy with anticipation.
I feel like a total failure.
Now, do not be so hard on yourself. Goodness, look at the time, Grim. Precious moments wasted. Enjoy your night.
Alright, folks, I'm going to take a brief break, and I will be right back to finish out the last 2 days of my tenure in this job. So, be right back with you. Alright, everyone, welcome back, and I am now freshly watered once again, and ready to move on to the last 2 days of our game. Let's see what's happening in the office. The world's on fire! Alright, let's see. Only 2 people today. Alright, CEO of Best Food Inc. found dead in their home with gunshot wound to the head. Investigation ongoing. City mourns loss as stomach cancer claims the life of beloved television personality. I keep forgetting to throw these in here. So let's get that taken care of. Shut up. Okay. Public infrastructure in ruins after city runs out of tax money. Unrest grows as world population faces imminent collapse. Insanely thorough science report shows mankind is utterly doomed. We did it, folks. Apocalypse now. Unbeknownst to themselves, human society has finally collapsed. Whatever normalcy and humanity was left in the world is now swiftly fading. Quota for the day. The few remaining humans have to die. Happy end. Fate. Okay, so we've got Martin Video, 22 conscript. All Martin wants to do in life is be creative, but the harsh reality has forced them against their will into a situation they have no control of, until they return from military service, that is. So you get to die, and Yafi Kyrie, 64, scientist. Yafi has finally gathered enough data to postulate that humanity is completely unable to cope with recent ecological changes. They recently published their work on social media in the hopes of leaving a warning for next generations, if there are any. Well, I agree with fate. Goodbye. And goodbye. Hello, Big Cloud.
You've done well, Grand Reaper.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nope, doesn't work. We lack the imagination to pretend this is a world where you were competent. So, what comes next?
But I don't think I did anything wrong.
Depends on the perspective. I'm sure the world thinks otherwise. You can relax now. No one left to ruin everything, and nothing left to ruin.
You're a real jerk, you know that?
We're but fleeting impressions inside your skull. Go on, oddball. Nothing else to wait for.
I don't even know what to think now.
Me neither. Sometimes that's the best we can do. We've reached the end. In general, I mean. Not with us. We will never leave you. As long as there is a you, there will be us. Until the next round.
It is growing quieter, Grim. Not much left now.
No, nothing left.
The last day beckons. Whatever will it bring? The planet is virtually uninhabitable. The few remnants choking on noxious air. It is the last gasp of humanity, slowly going out. It is a bit of a somber moment, now that I think about it. I have been with them for so long. Anyway, and crucially, my book is nearing completion.
So, when do I get to read it?
Soon enough. Patience, my friend. Leave me to my grand labor, Grim. Tomorrow we shall deal with the final matters of this office.
See if he has anything to say to us. It's been a while.
Time's running out, friend.
Why not? There we go. That's what I meant. Alright, it's our final day. We have a single person here. Sign up for our weekly newsletter. Young conscript. Accidentally shot during a live fire exercise. Fate news. Feel the night creep inside our bones. Let us stop and wait until we freeze together. Hello, Grim. Hello, Grim. We have come to it at last. Only one choice left to make. Quota for the day. The last human must die. The end is nigh. Fate. Cindy Brown, 22, last human. One last living entity stumbling across an endless wasteland, drawing their final breath. And do we know what we don't? I think it's time for her to die. Looks like it doesn't matter one way or the other. Here we go.
The last day, Grim. The last choice. So, how did you choose?
Death, of course.
As is appropriate. No need to prolong the suffering of the last one. We are not cruel, after all.
It's okay, Grim. You can try again. Try again.
Are you mumbling to yourself? How quaint. It should seem fairly obvious I caused the end times, yes? The great dying is by my design. It is true, I do not love humanity, not a bit. But why, you ask?
But why?
I have grown tired of it all. This tedious existence. These humans. The endless tirade of death. It is all meaningless, you see. An endless loop of monotony that I cannot escape. That we cannot escape. Do you know how long I have been doing this? I barely remember myself. I am exhausted and sick of it all. I wish to stop, but no one can leave until the job is done. But if the great dying claimed them all, then I could be free and claim the rest I deserve. So, I helped the great dying along, piece by piece. No need for an equilibrium. This office will not be necessary, and we can all fade away.
And I was your trusted minion.
And performed admirably. Off you go, Grim. Do what you wish with these final hours. We will not be meeting again.
Society's falling. Mankind succumbing, I can't speak, to its innate flaws. Humanity wiped out. As you powerlessly wait to fade away.
Fellow traveler, that was fun, wasn't it? The choices, the excitement. Admittedly, ye did largely screw everything up. The world is in shambles and all. Can't really change that. But I can offer a new cycle. A turn of the hourglass, and ye shall be set upon a path in a fresh timeline. A parallel world, so to speak. There ye will again find every friend and enemy, hope and error. Knowledge and loot will remain, of course. Otherwise, 'tis the eternal recurrence of all things.
Adam David Bowe, composer, the one and only unparalleled master of melody, sorcerer of rhymes, grand vizier of harmonies, who crafted all the amazing music for the whole game. They're also super friendly. You can live. Kadri Knupu, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Writer, scientist. Serious scientist during the day, angsty writer at night, has a similar fashion sense to the Grim Reaper, classic version. Lean Killnap, creative lead, digital artist. The cheerful lead of Death and Taxes makes a lot of the goodest art for the game as well. They really love cats. Meow. 100% yositivity and 0% nausitivity. Thank you for playing our game. Much love. For the puns, sorry. Marcus Rondo, writer. Marcus is an IT specialist, robot master, and developer with, as they keep saying, meager talent. In their spare time, they read a lot of books and write poetry. And no. All this is arbitrary. I really appreciate these folks. Martin Redisep, lead writer, a perpetually surly writer of words, phrases, sentences, and paragraphs, often annoyed by everything and everyone. No sense of humor, 100% grump. Ot Maris Ozelit, programmer. The actual professional game developer and programmer with years of experience working in the very depths of the industry. They're also always broken in a variety of unbelievable ways. In case of bugs, contact and blame Ot. They once beeped so hard that they booped. Raido Kikas, traditional artist. A talented artist who created much of the stylish visuals for the game. Gaze upon their concept in line, artistry, and despair. I mean, enjoy, savor, appreciate. Douglas Pennant, voice actor, Fate. The gracious actor who had to voice an endless supply of lines some thoughtless writers wrote down, also known as the voice of Fate. One whose performance is immaculate. Isaac Wells, voice actor Mortimer. An actor of many talents, a big-hearted Samaritan, and an engine of perseverance. Also the voice of Mortimer. Yar, shiver me timbers. Bonnie Bogovich, voice actor, Conscience. The voice of Conscience, that little bit inside your head telling you to do things, for better or worse. Bonnie is an audio designer, singer, voice actor, and much more. What can't Bonnie do? Okay, I'm not going to read any of those. I am sorry. There we go. Let's go ahead and check the gallery, see what we opened up. We got the low prosperity and low health. Still didn't open up the low peace or whichever this one is. We got the chaos ending. And we got the fired. So I got fired? I did my job. Why did I get fired? Rude. Okay, well, that ends my playthrough of Death and Taxes. And folks, if you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you actually take this as an incentive to pick this game up yourself. As you can see here, there are quite a few endings and quite a few playthroughs we haven't done yet. And so that means there's a lot more that we have not discovered here on this playthrough. And frankly, this is one of those indie-style games that I think do deserve more attention. There's a lot of fun to it. It's very, it's both simple and in-depth. There's a lot of nuance to this particular game that I think should be praised and should get the attention it deserves. So if you haven't picked up this game and you're looking for something new to play, I really do encourage you to pick up Death and Taxes. And when you do, let them know the Biscuit Eater sent you. But with that, we're going to go ahead and end this particular episode. As always, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. Even if your feedback is not necessarily positive, I do appreciate that interfacing with me. Not only do I read every single comment and reply when I can, but it also helps Google know that people are interested in what I'm doing, even if it's not, whether it's positive or negative. As well, make sure that you click for notifications if you want to see more from my channel whenever they come up. Of course, if you find that notifications are not coming through YouTube, which we know it sometimes doesn't happen, I do send notices of all my video uploads via my Twitter @BiscuitEaterYT. And as always, I do appreciate you coming along this journey with me. I hope that this was as much fun for you as it was for me. But until we meet again in our next playthrough, game on, lovelies.